All right, Louie. When did you start using bands?
I believe it was around 1992. Liberty University asked me to do studies with them, and they were going to pay me to tell me what to do for their football team, but I told them I didn't need to be paid, and Dick Hartzell had the only bands around at that time, and he came to town for a basketball conference, and I tried the bands, put them on my shoulder, squatted down, and said, I have to have these bands. I realized right away they work just like the body, they stretch and contract.
And then the bands are well documented for powerlifting, but what are some of the benefits that you've noticed that you think could be used for bodybuilding?
Well, I think all machines should have bands hooked to them. Machines work on peak contraction. You know, like a pec deck starts at the very hardest position where you're the worst possible leverage, but at the top when you lock it out where you can lock out another 100, it's very easy to lock out. It's only at the very start, peak contraction. So accommodating bands apply accommodating resistance. As your leverage becomes greater, the band tension becomes much stronger and causing you to have maximum muscle tension throughout the full range of motion.
And then the other thing that I've seen with being able to work on you and some other people from Westside is you guys just don't have the connective tissue type issues that a bodybuilder would have. And you contribute that to bands, but specifically over speed eccentrics. Are you able to elaborate on how that could help bodybuilders with injury prevention and then also performance?
Well, bodybuilders always lower weights slow. That's how you tear down muscle and build muscle size, and that's where the soreness comes from. We lower weights very quickly for a stretch reflex effect. I'll give you one quick experiment. Matt Smith was a 930-pound squatter, and he did a box squat, 3 singles with 550 pounds with a couch professor here attesting. He did a 9/10 down eccentrically and 9/10 up concentrically. We took off some of the weight, added bands, so when he stood up, it was 750 at the top, and with band shrinkage, it's 550 on the box. But and 3 single average, he got up at 5.4 and down to 5.7. Why? Overspeed eccentrics. If you drop a ball, it bounces that high. If I throw it down, it bounces much higher. You have deformation of the rubber of that ball. That's what causes it to bounce greater and have the greater stretch reflex. The human body is the same when you run. Every step you take, because of the weight, the force, the speed, eccentrically hitting the pavement, and your body weight, you have deformation in the foot, and then it springs you back up, much like that ball bouncing down. And the reason we don't have ligaments and tendon problems is because at a bare minimum, we do 200 leg curls a day with bands. Remember, they work just like your ligaments and tendons. They stretch and contract. And we do, during the week, 300 reps in the tricep push down out of the gym for the elbows, so we never have that problems. Most guys here will do about 200 reps, 2 sets of 50 twice a week in the good mornings for the lower back. So we use bands like that. We do real fast curling motions and so forth, and pec deck motions, so we stimulate the soft tissue, not the muscle.
And then, real quick, how if bodybuilders really don't use bands, so how would you incorporate the bands? At what percentage bar weight would you use, and then what band tension would you use?
I would probably use about 50% bar weight that you could possibly use on an exercise, and then around 30% band tension, where you could be able to get 8, 10, 12 reps per set, and go basically to total failure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.